give is what you giving. Gotta make wise decisions, gotta stay tunnel vision, gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit, it's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gon' come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me, world on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some, Kenneth keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins.
Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. Yo. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. Yo, I'm too up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up. Oh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey. I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that. Right from the city that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lauletta now on second. And this is Shepard on the catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90!
That'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now it's Lauletta off the bootleg. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
Moore throwing on 1st down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Moore. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
Here's Moore, operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
A first down carry for Barkley. Open space inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, Loletta. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Ingram, his second touchdown on the season, and the Giants are in for 6. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They run it here with Thompson. Good move at the 30. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 34 yards there at a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, this is Geis. Oh, good move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off the play fake. Moore. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Mario Edwards in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Moore now on 3rd down. It's brought in by Dodson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Moore looking to throw on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
To throw is Moore on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Moore from the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now Lawletta on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's Lawletta. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! 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 Hot! Hot!
From the gun, here's Lawletta. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Over!
Watch 88, watch 88.
Here's Lawletta. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot!
Now here's Lawletta. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Lawletta to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 1.
Set! 319! 319!
And they'll throw again with Lauletta. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Detroit! Detroit!
And Lauletta just beating the play clock. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas now to add the PAT. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Moore. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here come the Redskins now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Moore, operating from the gun. Airing one out for Crowder. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Geis with a carry on second down. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it 7 yards on the carry. So a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Moore. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw, Laletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Moore now to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16. Yard line. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Moore. Off play action. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Moore now. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Moore now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, it can only help your offense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Moore on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, Moore. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Watch him now, Barney.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This fielded at the 2. So out now come the Redskins. Here's Moore, throwing on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Redskins on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Moore. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's hauled in by Doxson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Moore now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sims. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's going to be caught. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Moore operating from the gun. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. To throw is Moore. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
Moore from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. more. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Giants ready to come out now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Barkley. Finding room at the 30. Escapes the defender. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Gone!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Take it at the 37. Look at the spin. Balance. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll run with Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.